Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 26th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And all you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will catch me live. We'll take 2 aces. I like that. I don't really take pop-outs. You have 3 aces. This is definitely a good week for you here. I don't really take pop-outs, but that card did want to take out, so we'll put it to the side and we'll talk about it in just a minute. You have the Tower here, so we'll have to figure out what that's about, and let's keep it going. This looks pretty good with 2 aces. I wouldn't even worry about the Tower. As I always say, people love to tell me how bad the Tower is. Well, number one, tarot is advice only and guidance, right? And so the tarot cards can't control your life, for anybody who doesn't realize that. And so it doesn't matter how bad the Tower is or anything like that. And you're watching you're watching tarot, so you can avoid stuff like tower moments, and this can be avoided. We'll talk about it in a minute. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I would be careful right away. Very good. This is your overall energy for the week. Amazing, Sagittarius. But I would be very careful of anyone coming back from the past. Devil, Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Tower. I mean, literally saying someone from the past who's toxic could be coming into your life here. I would be careful of that. This is a very clear story to me here, Sagittarius. To me, this is saying that the Wheel of Fortune is saying there's like a lot of luck coming in for you. Obviously, 3 aces. Are you kidding me, Sagittarius? This looks amazing. But what I would say is that the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, is saying like things are going in your favor. But this middle row is saying don't allow someone to mess that up. You know, I feel like sometimes maybe we get out of a relationship, our life starts to improve, and then, you know, the bozo from the past shows up and ruins everything. So I feel like this reading is kind of like a warning. I feel like it's saying don't allow someone from the past to get you off your glow up here, to get you off your success that you're having at this time. So I feel like there could be like major success coming in for you with this Wheel of Fortune. Again, we're going to have to dig into it. You have this community card here. So I do feel like there could be a lot of benefits for you in working in the community or building a community, especially if you have a business. To me, if you have a business, this looks amazing. Number one, you could be building a community here, and like online, like social media, YouTube, pretty much anything like that. And I feel like that would be very good for you here, Sagittarius. Yeah, you have the Fork in the Road card as well. Definitely a choice to make at this time. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But you had this, you have 3 aces here, which is amazing. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Wands in your first row. This looks amazing, is what I'd say to you. Multiple aces to me is a big time yes as well. So if you have any questions about anything, to me, multiple aces is a definite yes to any questions that you have. I feel like this is some sort of new beginning coming in for you here, and it's like new love, but I feel like you need to let go of the past for sure. Here, you have the Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles showing up in this row. It's like holding on to the past, but I feel like that's leading to somewhere not great. And then you have this way, we have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups. This is like you opening up to someone new, Page of Cups. So I feel like this Page of Wands, Knight of Wands here is like this devil energy. I feel like it's someone who is in and out of your life. I feel like this person is sexy, is what I'd say to you, Sagittarius. So they might be a little bit hard to resist. They could be like a little bit of a devil. You know, they could be good with the Ace of Wands here, let's put it that way. But I feel like you need to, or you will be moving towards something new here. Again, obviously, if this person from the past, if they were positive, if they were a good influence on your life, then that message is not for you. But again, if someone is toxic in and out, I would be very careful of that energy. It looks like somebody could be trying to communicate with you here. I do feel like there's a major new beginning, 3 aces. Again, we're gonna have to clarify this a little bit more to see what that new beginning is. You have the Devil energy here. Again, I would be careful of anyone toxic from the past here. Yeah, look, you have the Devil and the Page of Cups. It's like saying, I feel like this is saying you have a choice between the Devil or the Page of Cups right here. So I would choose the new love here, Sagittarius. I feel like this is pretty simple for you here. Yeah, 2 of Cups, having a choice to make in love. I do feel like you could be dealing with like some sort of stepping stone soulmate situation. To me, the 2 of Cups can say that maybe this Devil person from the past was a stepping stone soulmate. Stepping stone soulmates, we usually have a very strong connection with. Usually a stepping stone soulmate is someone where like we can't get away from them, or we feel a very deep connection with our stepping stone soulmates because usually they have like gone through something that we have gone through. So that's why we feel a connection with them, because usually they could remind us of us in a lot of ways, if that makes sense. And so I do feel like in this middle row here, you have the Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Tower. I would be, again, this could be a stepping stone soulmate. You know, this could be a person who is maybe at a stage of life that you were at maybe years ago. And again, that's usually why we feel such a deep connection with stepping stone soulmates, because usually they just remind us of us. So we're like, oh, I must, you know, this person must be for me because, you know, we have very similar experiences. But usually this person is usually just brought into our lives to remind us of that time, or is brought into our lives to show us kind of like how much we have grown. And I feel like that's what you need to focus on with this middle row, is how much you have grown. For others, by the way, this doesn't have to be anything. This could just be a move. 3 aces, new beginning, Knight of Wands, movement, Tower, movement. So I feel like for some of you, you could just be moving on. For others, I'm getting another message here. I feel like this could just be restless energy. The Tower to me can say that you need a shakeup. The Tower to me, sometimes we can make the Tower happen. There's 2 people on this card here, Sagittarius. The person in the red, it's like they're diving out. You know, it's like they have chosen to jump out of the Tower. This other person's just falling backwards, right? It's like they were pushed out of the Tower, or they were just forced out. For sometimes I think we can cause a Tower moment in our lives on purpose because we need a shakeup. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can be very restless energy. So I feel like this row here is like a warning against restless energy, because you know, I feel like this is saying you have the devil there. What do they say about the devil? Idle hands, or the devil's something? I don't know. I always try to talk about sayings in my readings, and I never know what I'm talking about, right? But I feel like this is saying that if you're kind of like not doing something at this time and feeling restless, I feel like you need to channel your restless energy into a project, or you know, a business or something. Like it could be a creative project, a piece of art, anything. Because again, I feel like restless energy could be very destructive for you right now with this middle row. In the last row here, you have the Witch. It says the earthly weaver of worlds. So I feel like you could, I'm getting like magician vibes here. I feel like you are just creating your own reality at this time. I feel like you're very powerful. And again, look, she has all this power between her hands here, Sagittarius. I really feel like you need to use your creative energy this week, so that you don't get into this right here. Again, I feel like this can be avoided, plain and simple. Again, I always tell people always love to tell me how bad the Tower is and blah, blah, blah about their, you know, tarot readings and things like that. And I'm always like, then why are you watching tarot? It's like, you don't have to surrender just because the Tower shows up. You don't have to just say, oh, it's going to be a bad week, there's nothing I can do. The week hasn't even started yet. So take advantage of this energy. Don't allow this to happen. All you have to do is channel, like I said, channel your energy. Avoid some bozo from the past who's in and out. Again, if you're not dealing with someone who's in and out, don't even worry about it. If you deal with someone who's in and out, kick them to the curb. Tell them to go back to their mama's house, right? Say go back to your mama's basement. You are doing well there, right? You're doing well. You are doing well, Sagittarius. Don't allow this to ruin it. So I feel like you need to channel your energy. 4 Pentacles, Temperance, Page of Cups. New love. This is like a breath of fresh air right here, this Temperance card. I feel like spring right now is popping into my head. I feel like I can breathe right now with this card. I feel good with this Temperance card. Normally, I go back and forth on Temperance. To me, it's annoying because it's a card of patience. I don't feel like you want to be patient with this middle row. I feel like, again, restless energy. So you know, normally I wouldn't like this card, but I feel good on this Temperance card for you this week. I feel like it's talking about like balance. I feel like you're gonna be balancing out. I feel like someone very balanced could be coming in for you here. Like new love, someone who's very stable. I feel like it's someone who has all their ducks in a row as well on this 4 Pentacles. I feel like it could be someone who's it's popping into my head very specifically. I feel like it could be someone who's either involved in real estate or they invest in real estate. So if you're looking for love, it could be someone who's involved in real estate or invest in real estate. Or I feel like I'm getting like weird words like brick and mortar. So they could have like a local business or something along those lines, or they could want to have those things if this is new love. For others, I just feel like it's, you know, if that's not the case, I feel like just someone who is very stable with that 4 Pentacles, but definitely new love here. This is your energy as well, Temperance. So I feel like you're coming up in a very strong position here, Sag. I don't know, I kind of like this reading for you. I don't really like that middle row, but again, I feel like it can be avoided. So I like that, but Let's keep this going. Between the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Wands here, yeah, Eight of Hearts, like I said, your romantic fantasies. Like I said, this person's very sexy here. This is like a temptation, devil, right? I feel like this person knows how to use their sexiness. So again, I would be very careful of someone who knows all the right things to say. Obviously, if you don't have love or if you don't have that in your life, this could be someone who is very sexy coming in for you. So Eight of Hearts is a card of your romantic fantasies, and it could be love coming in for you. Between the Ace of Swords here and the Queen of Swords, Three of Clubs, somebody wanting to come back for a second chance. Three of Clubs is a card of second chances. It comes up all the time during Mercury retrograde. I mean, I think everybody this week has had this card. It's crazy. So definitely could be love. Between the Page of Wands and the Tower, you have the Fish, the King of Diamonds. This is your true love. The King of Diamonds is your soulmate. It's coming up in this bottom row. This could be a surprise for you, Sagittarius. There could be someone coming in, and it could be very shocking with this Tower card. It could be someone who comes in all of a sudden, or someone who kind of comes in out of nowhere in a lot of ways. Could be someone who's coming from a distance as well here. I feel like you're going to see it, though, because I'm really focused on the smoke on the Tower. So I feel like for some of you, that you're really focusing, or you're going to see this person before they come into your life. I feel like also saying where there's smoke, there's fire. So again, I feel like this is saying, like, do not ignore the warning signs from the past, from a past person. I also feel like, again, if you're feeling restless, I feel like this is saying, do not ignore those warning signs. I really feel like it'd be a good week for you to listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to what will bring you happiness as well, and things like that. You know, I'm a big fan of Esther Hicks. And, you know, she talks, if you don't know who she is a channeler, and she talks all about law of attraction. And she sometimes says, like, we shouldn't be forcing ourselves to do things. Like, if we don't feel good, we shouldn't do it. Like, for the last week, I haven't done very many of these weekly readings. I'm actually very behind on the weekly readings, but, you know, I just wasn't feeling right. I just wasn't feeling good. And I rather deliver readings that are good for the most part. So, you know, I feel like this middle row is saying, listen, you know, trust your instincts, basically. Between the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Clubs. Ten of Clubs is a lot of work. It's a card called the Bear, and it can represent overbearing energy. It can also represent having learned from the past. So I feel like you have learned a lot from the past with that Bear energy. Between the Queen of Swords and the Temperance card, Three of Spades, breakup. Like I said, I feel like you could be cutting this to me says you could almost be officially cutting someone out. I do not consider the Queen of Swords to be a card of cutting anyone out because she's actually open to receiving. She's not cutting anything out. She has that sword because she is defending herself from something, or she is kind of trying to protect herself. But you do have this Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords to me says you could be cutting something out. So I do feel like this could be you officially cutting someone out from the past. Between the Tower and the Page of Cups, yep, you have the Three of Hearts. Three of Hearts, I just call an indicator card. This deck here, the Baby Lenormand, it has some extra cards in it, and this is not a real Lenormand card, but it is a card that says, you know, to me, I just call it an indicator card. Again, to me, it just says you're moving in the right direction in your life, so I like to see that. In your top row outcome, you have the Two of Spades here. Definitely a breakup. Like I said, this row here, some sort of separation. So, Two of Spades to me is a breakup in the playing cards. Middle row, Nine of Diamonds. What do you know? Nine of Diamonds is called the coffin. The coffin door is always closed here, Sagittarius. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying you need an upgrade. Nine of Diamonds says you have to let something die. Leo had a very similar reading as well. So if you have Leo in your chart, you might want to go watch that. But the Nine of Diamonds says something needs to be let go of. Something needs to die in your life so you can have a new beginning. So I feel like something needs to be let go of here. You are basically inside that coffin. It's kind of like the Judgment card, you know, but you're not raising up yet, like in the Judgment card. The Tower could be a revelation that you're having that could make you realize that something needs to end in your life so that you can have whatever this new, amazing new beginning is for you. In the bottom row here, you have the Tower again. The Tower in the Lenormand is more of a card of isolation. And I feel like I said this to you like a couple weeks ago. Isolation is a gift, remember? I said this to you like 2 weeks ago. I posted the poem from Charles Bukowski about isolation being a gift. And I feel the same thing for you here. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're just choosing to be alone. It's like I'm wondering if you're just choosing to focus on yourself for a little while. Even that Two of Cups. Two of Cups, amazing card for love. Don't get me wrong, Sagittarius, but the Two of Cups to me can be a card of you and your higher self. It can be a card of you just focusing on yourself at this time. Maybe that's what you need to do. The Wheel of Fortune is really about taking control. You know, this is your overall energy, amazing. Definitely a lot of luck for you this week, but it is a card of control. It is a card of taking control of your life as well. You control the wheel. The wheel is always spinning. The wheel never stops spinning, but what you control is the direction. How? Well, with your vibrations. The Wheel of Fortune normally has a snake on the side, and that snake represents your vibes, the vibrations you're giving off. So I feel like you need to keep it positive this week, and you will have a very good week here. I want to see, yeah, you have the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords here. Very curious energy. I feel like you are curious at this time, or you could be feeling very curious. Like I said, I get this like restless energy on this Knight of Wands. So I would, you know, channel that into creative projects, you know, things that you want to do. Could even be like reading or anything. I feel like as long as you're moving forward, you'll be good. I don't care. You could even be going for a walk. I don't care. I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is saying, don't go to this middle row. Don't allow the wheel to spin backwards. Make it move forwards. And that could just be as simple as like literally you moving forward, going for a walk, exercising, something like that. I feel like anything you can do this week to move forward will lead to a much more positive outcome. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I love this reading. This is good. So thank you for watching, and definitely enjoy your week.